The Q5 and SQ5 Sportback became brand new variants of this Audi SUV for the 2021 model year, receiving continuous improvements since. And while the sloping rear hatch does hurt cargo capacity a bit, I must admit, it looks good. Let's take a closer look. Looking at the car from the front, it is still largely what we saw for the 2018 second generation Audi Q5, but we do have a couple of refinements. This does have the Sport Optic package, which does include some black elements, and this also has the $8,900 Prestige package, which includes a lot of stuff for the inside of the car, but also these matrix LED headlights right here. But frankly, I'm glad they didn't change much because it's a nice, clean design. Our four rings right here aren't too overly sized. We have nice pattern in the front grille. The bottom part of this is blanked out, by the way. And we have this nice subtle slope to the whole thing as the hood curves into the grille and comes straight down into this lower bit right here. I do like the placement of the fog lights coming nice out to the edge, making the car feel extra wide. And I think they've got these nice sharp creases in the hood, this one here turning into a character line. But while the hood does look good, I bet you're like me and much more curious to see what's underneath it. So there it is, your turbocharged 3-liter V6 mounted longitudinally or fore aft under the hood like that. Interesting to see a couple of details here. This right here, you can see it comes through the grille. This is the intake right here, and then it has a nice interesting path to the turbo, which is admittedly covered under a big shroud. However, the catalytic converter is right there, right behind the engine, protected with some heat shield right here, so that will help it warm up nice and quickly. Also, we have a strut tower brace right here, goes across from just behind the shock tower here, meeting in the same place in the other side. And that's in addition to these nice triangle braces that come in right here and then go behind the firewall. You can see it under the vents right here. So there's a lot of extra bracing to help add structure to the front end of this SUV, which is nice. The center line of the Q5 is right around where the base of the hood struts are right here. So 2/3 of the way back of this plastic shroud right here. So much of the engine is ahead of the axle center line, it must be said. But because it's longitudinally mounted, we have the transmission behind us. We also have all-wheel drive to work with, so weight distribution won't be too bad as a result. And just like the exterior of the car, this isn't a bad-looking engine bay, I have to say. Oh, and by the way, windshield washer fluid is actually way off in the corner right here. Looking at this Q5 Sportback in profile, you definitely get a better sense of the sloping hood into the sloping rear hatch right here. And you can see pretty clearly how that would cost you a little bit of storage space in back. But you can also see that this is a nice flowing line built into the Q5 Sportback, and it is just a nice shape overall. I will go ahead and put the dimensions up on the screen so you can see that, and let you know that I have a lot more information in the description. Also, you're looking at the Floret Silver Metallic paint, which is a $595 extra cost. However, every single paint, barring one, white, is a $595 extra cost. So, also going back to that optics package, that is why we have black side view mirror covers right here, which is a nice touch. And we do also have some other black. We have the black right down here at the lower cowl, and we have this pretty gloss black right here for the window trim as well. Also, I mentioned earlier, the hood has this character line that starts right at the base and flows into the base of the window trim right here. I think that's a nice touch. Also, right at the edge of the hood, where the front fender and the hood meet, we have another character line that flows and runs right across the vehicle, heading straight to the top of the taillights. Those are some nice design element touches. I also like this sculpting into the door a little bit. Gets a little bit wider as you get low right here. I think that adds just a little bit more of a sporting element to it. And generally, I'm not a huge fan of SUV coupes, but this is a really well executed design of that. This Audi SQ5 is equipped, as I said, with the S Optics package, which means we get 20-inch wheels with summer tires in addition to those black elements and the black side view mirror cover. However, this is also equipped with the 21-inch wheel package, which means we get 21-inch wheels. But it's also December in Michigan, so these 21-inch wheels are equipped with winter tires. And that definitely makes a big difference in terms of the front end response and the ultimate handling of this car. So that's a bit of a shame, but it is good insurance to have in Michigan in December. That part is definitely true. Also, because we have the S Sport package, which is a $3,000 option, we have air suspension, we also have a sport rear differential, and red brake calipers. Oh, and yes, it is a square setup. The wheels in back are the same size as the wheels in front. Looking at the car from the rear, it is just a really nice design. I do like these subtle louvers built into the back here. And then we have this nice and subtle roof-mounted spoiler here for all that needed downforce, and an additional kind of subtle second spoiler built into the very back for all that extra needed downforce. And we do have a lot of interesting color contrasts. This is actually a pretty busy rear end, but again, really well executed. The tail lights have just a nice shape, and this black strip that goes across provides nice contrast. The badging is appropriately sized, and then we have some interesting elements as we go down the bumper. These kind of faux diffuser-esque things are a bit much, but works with the overall design pretty well. But my pet peeve is here, and it is in full effect. We do not have quad exhaust tips. These are not real. These end right here on both sides. Totally fake. We do have dual exhaust tips, but they are underneath there and there. And frankly, I think these quad exhaust tips look rather silly. With the rest of the design looking so nice, I can accept it, but I don't have to love it. Now, I talked about cargo space already. Let's see how good it actually is. You get a really not bad 25 cubic feet of storage behind the second row, and a couple of cargo nets here and here. And you also have these nice LED lights on either side as well to light the cargo area up. Also, on the driver's side, you have this nice elastic band here for additional securing of different stuff. The floor is reasonably low, and it is actually a few inches beneath this chrome piece right here. And underneath it, we do have a tiny touch of additional space, but mainly that is for your space saver spare. Now, if you opted for the non-Sportback Audi SQ5, this would be 26 cubic feet instead of 25. Not a huge difference. And if you need more than that amount of storage space, it is easy to do. Pull a couple of levers and you have 54 cubic feet of storage and room for two. If you had the non-Sportback, that would be a little bit better again, 56 cubic feet. But either way, I do think this is enough room for my bike, but let's find out. It's a little bit on the narrow side when it pinches here, but it's not bad. The nice big open space made it easy to slide in. So yeah, you can fit a bike comfortably, no problem. All right, let's take a look inside. Actually, right off the bat, I'm going to start the car. And I'm going to do that because there is stuff in the back where having the car on would be helpful. Push button start is down here. All right, first things first, I left the seat down because the seat is locked in the down position until you release it, and you do that right down here. Also, if you want to put the center seat down independently, you can do that. There's a lever right here. So there you go, skis and whatnot. This interior is called Magma Red, and it's lovely. I am 5 foot 11 inches or 181 centimeters tall, and I have, decent knee room, couple 3 inches, and I am just barely too tall in terms of headroom, but the seat bottom is nice and high, so I do have good thigh support, and as a result, I have a less than 90-degree bend in my knees. The reason why I started the car is because I wanted to show you this. We have a 3-zone climate control system in the Audi SQ5, and it is standard equipment. I definitely don't want it to be set at low right now. Also, we do have 2 USB ports right here and the old school 12-port charge port right there. Also, it is pretty dark in here because we do have a panoramic moonroof. That is also standard, but the back headliner does take away what light we do have left. And we do also have a lovely center armrest with cup holders. So yeah, man, just straight luxury back here. By the way, speaking of, we do also have heated seats. Not bad. All right, to the front. We do have the usual controls on the door right here, but we do also have 2-position seat memory, and the cargo bay open is right there. Also, we have nice material on the door, nice stitching, faux suede, and this carbon fiber inlay right here. It's sharp. We do also get a Bang & Olufsen sound system and this interesting positioned S kick plate right there. The pedals are wrapped in aluminum, and the steering wheel does both tilt and telescope electrically with the control right there. The seats themselves are a $1,000 option because they are wrapped in Napa leather, and it does have this nice S embossed into the shoulder area right here. You do also have power controls for the seat right here, including lumbar support. The steering wheel has a decently thick rim, though if I'm honest, I could go a little thicker. But we also have controls on both sides, included a heated steering wheel and shift paddles just behind that. You are looking at a fully digital 12.3-inch Audi virtual cockpit. This is part of the Prestige package. Normally you'd get a 7-inch screen instead. And because we have the Prestige package, we also have a head-up display right there. And next to that is a 10.1-inch center console touchscreen that does have wireless Apple CarPlay, but wired Android Auto. Now, I've mentioned the Prestige package a couple of times. It is $8,900, and it includes a long list of stuff. So I also brought the vehicle window sticker, and it lists what's included in the Prestige package. I'll just read it off to you because there's a lot. The Bang & Olufsen sound system, auto-dimming power folding exterior mirrors with memory, Sirius XM with 360L 3-month trial, Audi advanced key and Audi virtual cockpit, that screen right there, memory for the driver's seat and the heated rear seats that we saw just a moment ago, the Matrix design LED headlights with headlight washers, OLED tail lights, organic LED tail lights, top view camera system and park assist, head-up display with traffic sign recognition, LED interior lighting plus package, MMI navigation plus and Audi phone box, Audi Connect Plus, Audi active lane assist, Audi traffic jam assist, leatherette covered center console and door armrest, dual pane acoustic glass for the front side windows. So these guys right here helps keep some of the noise out. Certainly a nice touch. Heated steering wheel with hands-on detection, and here's a fun one, heated and cooled cup holders. You've got a button right here, press 1 for cool, press again for heat. It is this cup holder right here with the metal bit right there. This one does not have it. But yeah, there you go. The Prestige package offers quite a lot. Also, one quick note about the heated steering wheel. For the 2024 model year, Audi says heated steering wheels will actually be standard. Anyway, here are the first 2 zones of the 3-zone climate control, and beneath that, drive select, that's our drive modes, and a lot of other controls right there, including traction control, parking assist, all that kind of fun stuff. There's the start stop button, another USB port right there, and some more carbon fiber on the lower dash. Nice little bit of storage here, fairly normal looking Prindle with another tiny little bit of storage here. Now this slot looks perfect for a smartphone, but mine's too big for that. We do have a volume knob and power button right there, and beneath that I showed you the cup holders, one of them being heated and cooled. We also have a tray right there, and this is a smartphone charger. So you can charge your smartphone, or you can have cups, but if you want to get access to the cups, you got to hide your phone. And behind that we have a little bit more storage right there, and a USB Type-C port right there. Looking up, there are a few controls right here, including an electronic privacy panel. Lovely. All right, let's talk drive modes. You have 6 drive modes, and they pop up right here. You get off-road, all-road, comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. And because this car has all that extra stuff with the sports suspension package, we do have drive and suspension adjustments. And as you can see, you have variable vehicle height as well, thanks to the air suspension. If you're in comfort, it tends to be a little bit higher, but if you switch to dynamic, it drops down as low as it can. The lowest setting is for loading and unloading only, and there's actually a switch for that in back. That's low. This particular review is not going to deal with much off-roading, but we will spend most of our time in comfort and a bit of time in dynamic as well. So there you have it, a nice close look at the 2023 Audi SQ5 Sportback. It is in a lot of ways still a practical vehicle with a lot of nice features, and it definitely still looks really, really good. I'm Robin Warner, thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please show me by giving it a thumbs up. Doing so helps me out a lot and I'd really appreciate it. Also, I do reviews and car news and things like this all the time. So if you want to keep up with the auto industry in general, please subscribe to my channel. That also really helps me a lot, and I'd also really appreciate that. Okay, that's it for now. Goodbye.